YouTube, welcome back. Episode 157. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Everything got chaotic, y'all. Everything got chaotic.
Now is
Dang,
yet
they
another
only
attack, another launch on Tel Aviv, and we're seeing more projectiles now launching on Tel Aviv, which will likely be intercepted by this Iron Dome. But again, this is more intense. This is more frequent than what we have ever seen before between both Iran and Israel.
Yes, it is. And it's kind of sobering, I guess, to just reflect that the first time we saw an exchange of fire, if you want to call it that, between Iran and Israel, that was unprecedented.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing it again in this environment after this attack by Israel on Iran. It does take a long time. It depends on the kinds of munitions that are being fired by Iran. It can take time for some of it to reach Israel.
Yeah.
So is this a new wave? Is this the same wave is an important question. You're right, the Iron Dome is very, very effective. We are seeing video on social media and things from Tel Aviv that does suggest that there have been some of those Iranian munitions have caused some kind of damage. And so we'll wait to see. I mean, you can hear.
Well, and Kier, we just saw actually.
That sounds like it.
We just saw one missile actually break through, I believe, the Iron Dome, because we saw an explosion on the ground.
Yo, this is crazy.
that is ridiculous.
That is
That is
crazy.
crazy. And they gonna keep fighting. I just pulled up something that says who is more powerful, Iran or Israel? And it says in terms of manpower and land forces, Iran has a numerical advantage. Iran also has a slight edge at sea, but the real war between Israel and Iran will be fought in the air. And Israel's air superiority is undeniable.
Mm.
There in Tel
That
Aviv.
is
So, I mean,
crazy.
you have to understand
it's
when looking.
hard to tell. It is hard to tell.
It is, yeah.
It's hard to tell from a distance what you're seeing. It can be shrapnel. It can be part of the defensive system. But clearly, the Iron Dome, good as it is not going to be 100%. That's would be frankly impossible. The Iranians are achieving some limited success. I mean, the question is whether one of the questions is whether they are firing all of their capability or whether the Iranians are holding back in some way, trying to not escalate too much while at the same time responding in the way that the Iranian leadership has said that it would.
You know, Kier, in the last, I believe, fight between Israel and Iran, Jordan was helping shoot down some of the missiles that were headed towards Israel, in addition to United States defense systems. Do we have any indication that Jordan is doing the same time this round?
There are reports of that, and it is a very anxious thing because
It's gonna be World War III.
Mm, mm, mm.
This ain't
That
looking so
is,
good.
huh?
This ain't looking so good.
No, that
Mm.
is just, and I still don't know. I mean, it says the Israel-Palestinian conflict is an ongoing military and political conflict about the land and self-determination within the territory of the former mandatory Palestine. They're never gonna come to an agreement or terms ever.
Nope.
And then it says, and the U.S. is probably going to eventually have to get involved, but it says the U.S. supports Israel primarily due to a combination of strategic, historical, and political factors. These include maintaining a strong regional ally, ensuring U.S. security interests, and a strong pro-Israel lobby in the U.S. That's crazy.
Because the Jordanians obviously are very close to the US. They depend on the US, frankly. And yet at the same time, they are also physically very close to Iran. And so helping to defend Israel risks for Jordan that they then become a target. And there are all kinds of other challenges, as you know very well, in Jordan around these kinds of tense moments. So it is very likely. I mean, just remember where I am in the Gulf. I mean, there are US bases in almost every country here. So, it is very likely that those bases are being used to help defend Israel, but those countries are not going to be wanting to advertise that too openly. I will say this, though. One of the risks, if Iran carried out a very impactful attack on Israel, is that it would actually pull America into all of this, because the Trump administration, any American administration, would feel compelled to act if Iran managed to land some substantial deadly punches on Israel. So, in a certain sense, defend.
It's inevitable.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm.
Prayers to those over there in Israel.
That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine being over there and hearing sirens going off nonstop like that.
Man, me either.
Mm-mm.
But look, y'all, we gonna wrap this one up already. The Thunder game is on. Um, Make sure y'all
What
like,
game is
comment,
this?
share, and
4?
subscribe. Yeah, this is game 4.
Game 4. And if the Thunder win, is it a game 5 or is it over?
Yeah, if the Thunder wins again. Well, it's a best of 7.
I know I didn't know how many OKC has won if they only
It's
won
2 to
one.
1.
Oh, okay. All right. I hope the Thunder pull this out because they come back home after this game, don't they? And
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
All right.
But like,
Well,
comment,
look,
share, and subscribe. Huh?
Diddy part 2 tomorrow since we watching the game tonight. Because
All right.
I heard something else, so we'll talk about it tomorrow.
All right. One family.
Endless connections.
All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right. Bye.
Bye.